Here we have the follow-up to Pop Goes the Diesel, where the trucks are still singing the Pop Goes the Diesel song. Duck apologizes for what the cars did, but Diesel is saying that it's his fault to begin with, while the other engines call BS. The next day, Diesel lies to the cars, saying that Duck told him some funny jokes about the other engines. No surprise, the other engines hear about this and they think that Duck said all that crap, and they are pissed. To the point where they even refuse to let Duck back in the sheds. Sir Topham Hatt hears word about this and he just sends Duck off. And yeah, that's how the episode ends. And with that, we've officially made it halfway through Season 2. What a not appropriate time for a segment like this, folks. Basically, for this segment, I want to go over some elements we've seen throughout the last season, and basically the same as what we did for halfway through Season 1, like, I don't know, a million years ago. Now, the big thing I want to talk about with this segment is something that just cannot be avoidable. The trains are fucking slaves. It's not implied, it's not, like, a little hinted at. These trains are slaves. I mean, for God's sake, Trevor legitimately calls his owner his master.
But my master says I'm old-fashioned.
That's fucked up! Speaking of that Trevor episode, he was going to be Smelters in that episode. Trevor, who is alive, a living, breathing creature in this universe of Thomas the Tank Engine, was about to be fucking murdered because he was deemed old school and out of date or out of fashion, whatever. Like, he is alive. These trains aren't really treated as people. They're treated as machines, which is fine in our reality where trains, cars, whatever, don't really have feelings and they can't talk. But in the world of the Island of Sodor and Thomas the Tank Engine, where they do talk and they do have feelings, I mean, I assume they have feelings, it is kind of fucked up that you can just kill them just like that. And now, before we move on to the rest of Season 2, I want to talk about the whole racism thing. So, a few episodes ago, we met the character of Diesel, who is a diesel engine, and he hates all steam engines. And guess what? All steam engines hate him, too. And this will be a little bit of a spoiler for later on in the series, but if I recall, basically every other diesel engine in this franchise, with the exception of, like, 2 characters, I think, are flat out evil. They're either buffoonish, they're either dicks who do not want to do any work or barely do any work, or they just flat out want to kill steam engines. Just wait till we get to Thomas and the Magic Railroad, guys. That'll be something. Alright. Now it's time for Season 2, Episode 14, A Close Shave. This is another classic, by the way. Duck is feeling sad that he got kicked out of the shed, but Edward tells him to cheer up by doing some work. Yay, more slave labor. But then, suddenly, a bunch of trucks just get loose. They go loose. And they're heading right towards Duck. So Duck just keeps on going faster and faster and faster, trying to avoid the trucks. But eventually, he fails, and he actually ends up crashing into a barber shop with all of those trucks. The barber is actually very mad at Duck for crashing into his barber shop, so as a punishment, he puts shaving cream on his face. Okay. But then Sir Topham Hatt comes in and says that Duck did a good job by preventing a train crash. Although he did cause an even bigger crash by almost killing some people. But hey, whatever rocks your boat, Sir Topham. Sir Topham Hatt tells Duck that he can come home because he knew that Diesel was a piece of shit from the beginning. Well, then why did you send him out to begin with? The other engines welcome Duck home. There, episode over.